Hello, my name is Mark. We want to thank you for purchasing our course on income options trading. I'm here today just to go over the thinkorswim platform to help you get started prior to the class beginning. So let's just dig right in. This is thinkorswim. When you open it, this is what it looks like. This is called the home screen. It just has some tickers running across it and news events. You can click on those if you want to, read more about them. I honestly don't pay attention to this screen, so I just X out of it up here. And that brings me to the intimidating thinkorswim platform. So when you open up thinkorswim, here's what you'll see. Yours will look a little different because I have specific watch lists here on the left, and I've made some other changes which we've outlined in the Getting Started package. Anyway, I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking there's too much to this program, you're never going to learn it. Trust me, I understand your feeling. When I first started learning thinkorswim, I was very intimidated and honestly thought that I would never learn how to use the program. However, after some guidance and some practice, I don't want to say it's become second nature, but I understand exactly what I need to do and where I need to go to do it, if that makes sense. You don't need to know everything about this program, only a few things, which I'm going to show you today. So let's go over the different tabs that you need to understand. First of all, here on the left, you have, you're going to have some different things here, but I have my watch list here on the left. I also have my account info up here. You can set your account info to privacy by clicking this little radio button, and you just click privacy right there. So I just have that set to private. So I obviously don't want to show my account number, and this is how I like to have mine set up so I can see my different watch list. All I have in here are a bunch of indexes and ETFs that I like to follow. And to make changes to a watch list, you click this little button here, the little wrench, and you go to Create Watch List. Here you can start adding symbols. You just put them right here. You put the name of the watch list up here, and then you just click Save, and you're done. It's that simple. Now going on to the tabs. The tabs that you're going to use the most are going to be Analyze, Monitor, and Charts. Let's start with Analyze, because this is the most important. So you go to the Analyze tab, click Add Simulated Trades. This is where you'll see your option chains. Up here you put the name of the index that you want to look at. We will be looking at the Russell 2000, so the ticker symbol for that is RUT. You'll hear us refer to that as the RUT. Below, you're going to see all the different option chains, and you can see where I have positions on here currently. So it says that position buy, position, position. So the green and the red means I have a buy and a sell, and then if you click down these chains, you'll see where my positions are. Here's one. This is a sold. Over on this side, you have a sold and a bought. To see more strike prices, you go up here. Right now, mine is set to 10. We can just put that to all, and it will show all of our strikes, and you can see my positions. So I have a purchased option here, a sold option here, a sold option here, and a purchased option here. Here on the right side you have your puts. Here on the left side you have your calls. The current price of the Russell 2000 is up here, which is $1,053.32. So anything below $1,053 is going to be in the money on the call side. So you can see, here's your strike price. Let's look at anything below 1,053, and you can see that it's shaded, which means it's in the money. We will explain more about what that means in our first class. For now, I just want you to understand this platform and what the shaded area means. So on the put side, anything above 153 is going to be shaded, which means it's in the money. Okay, so from this screen, this is where we will start analyzing all of our trades to know what our break-evens are, how to assess our return on investment, and what our risk looks like. So let's just put let's put a different ticker symbol up here, just because I already have positions in this one, which will make analyzing the risk graph a little more complicated for our purposes. So let's go to the S&P 500, which is the ticker is SPX. Okay, so again, let's just come down here, and I want to show you, I want to come down to where we're about right at the money, which is 1905. So let's go to 1910, and I want to show you how to put a position in. Just go to, if you want to do puts, come down. Let me hold on. Let me X out of this trade right here now. Okay, so now we have a clean slate. Sorry. So you come up here to the puts and you right click, and that'll bring up some options. You can analyze buy trade, analyze sell trade. Most of our trades are going to be on the sell side. So let's analyze a sell trade. Let's sell an iron condor. Don't worry if you've never heard of an iron condor. We are going to explain everything. For now, this is again just about the platform. So once you go analyze, so you right click, you go analyze sell trade, you can come down here to iron condor. What it does is it automatically shows you a iron condor down here. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the risk profile. This is where we're going to analyze our risk. This is a risk graph, and we will analyze our risk from here. So typically on an iron condor, what your goal is your goal is to box in the market. So the market right now is trading. The market right now is trading at 1906. Okay, so we want to box in the 1906. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell a put. And these aren't the rules for iron condors. I'm just giving you an example. But let's say we wanted to sell an 1850 and we want to buy a 1940. And then on the call side, we want to sell, say, a 1960, and we want to buy a 1970. Okay, here's our iron condor. So we know that the current price is 1905. So it's basically right in the middle of this graph. We have an upside break even here, and we have a downside break even here. Now to see the actual break evens, we can go down to this little button here where it says add slice, and the first thing that'll show is it'll show us the live price. The next thing we can do is we can go to this next button over here to set slices. We go to set slices, break even, and you always want to highlight the red one because that is the expiration. So you want to highlight the break even at expiration. And that got rid of our live price. So we just go back and we just hit add slice. So now we have the middle one, which is our live price. We have this upper one, which is our break even on the upside. We have this down one, lower one, which is our break even on the downside. The next thing you want to do is come up here to probability date, click this little calendar, and you want to make sure that you have the right expiration month, which we're in November, because you can see down here EXP stands for expiration, November, and you want to click on the highlighted date, which is the 21st. That's the expiration. Click on that, and what you can see is these are probabilities. So that's what this risk graph shows you, are your probabilities. So if you would add up the 18 and the 16 to figure out what your probability is of this position expiring in between our graph. So what is 18 and 16? Well, we got 28, 34. So we've got 34% chance that it's going to expire in here. So that's what this is used for here. The next thing you want to take note of is here's your zero line, anything below 0 shows what your loss is. So this iron condor has a max loss, and you can see it right here. It shows max loss is $410. So that's your max loss on the downside. Come up here, it's the same on the upside. That's the nature of an iron condor. So you can see our max loss is $410. You can also see our max gain is $590. You can see that when you put your cursor in between the graph. So this particular iron condor has a very nice risk reward. Potential gain $590, max loss $410. Anyway, we'll go into more detail on this later, but I just want to show you the basics and how you analyze the risk graph. Okay, now that we've covered the Analyze tab, let's cover the Monitor tab. That's the next one that is of most importance. So Monitor, you can go to Activity and Positions, and here on my account you will see my positions. I have a position actually right now. It says Working Orders. This is a position that I want to close. So right now I'm trying to close this for $1.50. It's a little ways away from my price. It's at $2.65. But anyway, from this screen you can cancel orders. This little radio button over here, if you click it, you can see cancel order. You can cancel replace. If you click that, it brings up an order entry. And from here you can change the order, change the price, you can cancel it, you can do whatever it is that you want to do. For now we're going to delete this because I don't want to change it. Go back to Monitor tab, and you can come down here and see your positions. If you wanted to close a position that you have, again you click the little radio button, create closing order, and you can close it. Or you can analyze it. You go to Analyze Closing Trade, click on the Analyze, and that will bring it to your Analyze tab where you can see what happens if you close your trade or make an adjustment to your trade. This will help you see that on the graph. Okay, that is the Monitor tab for Activity and Positions. The next thing you can use Monitor for is the account statement. Click on that. For this you have to make sure and have an account up here highlighted. You see I have a few different accounts. So let's click on an account, and we can click on a time period that we want to go back and look at trades. So say I want to look back at the last 7 days, and I want to see my order history. This shows me all of my order histories for the last 7 days. It's handy if you're trying to go back and keep tabs in an Excel spreadsheet or however you want to track your trades, which we'll show you how we do that. Okay, so that's the Monitor tab. The next thing is charts. For charts, this is where if you want to run some technical analysis, want to look for some support or resistance, you can. One thing to take note of is this little red button here. You can click that to link this to your watch list. I have mine set to red here, and then I also have my watch list set to red here. So from here I can click on a watch list item and it will automatically change my chart to whatever I've highlighted on the watch list. Here you can change the time frame on the chart you want to look at. This shows monthly. I have mine look different than yours because I've customized mine by just clicking on Customize List, and you can just put the time frames that you want. These are the ones that I like the most. I like to look at a 5-minute if I'm looking for some micro support and resistance. 30-minute helps a little bit too. It filters out some of the 5-minute noise. The 1 hour, the daily, weekly, and monthly. That's what I use for my personal preference. Feel free to use those as well. Okay, that covers charts. You'll just have to play around with these charts to figure out what kind of settings you like. You can go and add indicators by this little button here where it says Edit Studies, and they have all kinds of indicators. This is what I am using for no specific rhyme or reason. I don't have any magic formula on this. Okay, so we have charts. We've done the Analyze tab, Monitor tab. Oh, I didn't show you how to place an order in the Analyze tab. So let's go back to our Analyze tab and let's type in the S&P 500 where we were analyzing that trade. Here's our iron condor again. So here's the trade. If you click this radio button and you hit confirm and send, that brings up your, basically it's your order ticket. It shows you what your cost of the trade is, your max profit, your max loss, and your cost of commissions. And it shows you what your margin is, which is how much you have to keep in your account to hold this trade. And if you're ready to send it, you just hit send, and from there it goes over to your monitor tab where it just sits in the working orders, which is right there. One other thing on this Analyze tab is this little lock. So if you're trying to analyze a position at a specific price, you just hit your lock button and it locks in that price. If it's unlocked, it just shows the live price, which will fluctuate sometimes second by second throughout the day. Anyway, I hope that helps. Feel free to ask any questions during our, after, at the end of each class, we'll have a question and answer session. So feel free to ask questions at that time. Hope you all have a great evening.